right, here we are, Tuesday night in the room
night.
podcast live here with Dan the Hamburglar, Cormier, and Kevin Mojica. Got it right, didn't I? Not right.
Yeah, you got it.
Fuck.
Mojito Mojica.
Mojica.
Yeah.
So,
Taking you down like
Kevin
a drink,
is an amateur boxer out of 401 Boxing Gym in there in Cranston, Rhode Island. We'll get to you about your situation in training and how you guys know each other. But the star of the show tonight is Dan Cormier,
God,
making
star.
his
Hey.
MMA comeback at Combat FC.
I know, it's been like
bro.
a year and a half now, because, I fought on the notorious Premier FC card when all that shit show went down.
Yeah, that was their last cut.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Did you
I?
get paid?
That's a negative Ghost Rider.
you didn't get paid.
I did not get paid.
All right.
No.
Okay. Well.
That's why we work full-time jobs.
Yes, exactly. Just in case that happens.
Bills still got to get paid,
So we got great sound tonight, guys. But yes. So you didn't get paid. I'm sure it's still out there a ton, and she's nowhere to be found off Facebook
Oh,
and all that
God,
other stuff.
nowhere.
But that's
Nowhere.
for another show. So Dan, we're back after that shit show. And you came away with a win in that
Yeah,
fight. So
and
at least
that-
you got a win out of it.
I mean, it was at my real weight class and everything too,
Yeah.
which is why I was happy about it, because me and that other dude, we were always chatting about fighting each other, and then we finally make it happen, and then womp womp.
That's it. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah,
Womp womp.
yeah. You're ready to get back, and all of a sudden, But in between that time, you got some boxing, pro boxing fights in there.
Boxing's fun, man. Don't have to worry about getting elbowed in the face and kneed,
Yeah, it's a less, the long run. It might, you never know that, but you get in there.
Yeah, you get in there, it's fun. It's combat,
I watch it.
I know, I mean, I hear that.
Yeah, I got drums. I got a drum guy giving me a drum tutorial on my fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like, how'd that come in there?
Maybe you
But,
should be teaching him right
Jesus
now,
Christ. But yeah, boxing, bro.
Yeah.
You fought for what, 3 different organizations in boxing?
Yeah, 3 different organizations. I fought for Boston Boxing Promotion, and then I fought for CES on one of the first shows back when COVID kind of like.
Was
ran
that
everything.
in Warwick?
Yeah, the
when it was
Warwick
cold.
show.
Was it cold that night?
It was very cold.
You fought outside, right, under the tent?
No,
Oh, it
this
was
was when they
inside.
actually allowed people inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that first show during COVID,
Oh yeah,
outside, you saw the smoke.
They did the outside.
You saw the
thing.
smoke coming out of their mouths from the heat
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like that.
ugh, no, I wouldn't be able to do that now.
So that was inside, and that was in Warwick. Nice place over there.
Yeah,
I
the
forgot
Crown
name.
Plaza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice little venue. Nice
So,
show to come back to.
So at that point, like in them 2 fights, you were 2-0 in
I
pro
was
boxing.
2-0, yeah, for boxing.
Yep. What weight?
The first one was at 122, and we did the show with you before that one.
Yes, with Jose.
Yeah, with Jose. And then the next one I fought at 118.
And as far as that, as a weight class, both of them, what are those considered? The 118 and the little heavier one.
I think like the 118, it was like super bantam. I don't even know how boxing weight class go. I just know what number I need to be at.
That's it.
Yeah,
Jose handles
the
everything.
number.
As far as you, Kevin, what weight class you
I
fight
fight at
at?
156.
Oh, so you're a big boy.
Yeah, for right now,
Nice.
Jose wants me to go to 147.
Yo, but
eventually
you
for
should have
pro.
seen his transformation. He was bigger.
Yeah, I was like 210 pounds.
Yeah.
And
210. How
Yeah,
tall are you?
He was
I'm
big boy.
5'10" and a half on a good day, I guess.
Depending on what kind of shoes you got on.
So how long have you been boxing? Like training? Well, how long have you been training coming down from 210?
So I started last January. I moved here from New York. I'm originally from New
Okay.
York, New Jersey area. And I moved over here and I decided to join boxing. And from there, it's just
So
been
you were
consistent.
210 a year ago?
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And actually,
Boxing, man.
it was just consistency
Yeah.
and just diet and fasting and stuff like that. Learning from Dan, I was talking to him how to lose weight and all this stuff. Also Jose, and the fasting and consistently cardio. Really it does help somebody lose weight. Very easy.
Any prior boxing experience before you came here?
I'm originally a baseball player.
So you're an athlete.
I play baseball, I guess. Yeah. So.
Well, what are you saying? A baseball player is not an athlete? Well,
I guess like compare.
First basemen aren't.
I could say like baseball. Is an athletic sport. It's a different type of sport, compared to.
It's like
combat
that fine.
sport.
I look at it as like a fine like motor sport because you have a lot of hand-eye coordination going on.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that quick response twitches, and you
it's
see a lot
very
coming.
different.
right?
Very different. But I used to, I used to box
Try not to
when
get
I
hit
was,
by that fastball now, you know.
yeah. That was probably the most scariest part, getting hit by a fastball.
Yeah, that sucks, man. You know what I mean?
I was a pitcher too, so imagine getting hit, a ball getting hit back to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the scary.
Both
scary
that, yeah.
part,
That's. I mean, you're vulnerable. You're right on a fucking. You're like a target right there.
yeah, definitely.
That's wild. That's wild. Let's get back to this guy.
Yeah.
So boxing, dude, and we talked before we went live.
Yeah.
You got a third fight in that I had no fucking no clue.
Yeah,
a
so-
third boxing match. So you went to the west, right?
Yeah, so we actually had a sweet offer out in California, Panoma, and pretty much it was this promotion called Marv Nation, and they have a lot of top ranked boxers. They have a few world champions signed to them, everything like that. They run a very legit organization. The venue was outside. You could be outside over there, you know. It was
Yeah, it's nice.
great weather, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and it was at like a horse gambling track too. Oh my God! I was sitting there. I was like, man, should I just like take my winnings and go throw it on a horse real quick or whatever, you know? Might make it big, you know. Could double that shit, you know.
Now
And-
something like that when they fly you there.
Yeah.
What kind of accommodations?
Oh
do they
my
give you as
goodness!
far as flying?
Compared to like what I've dealt with like MMA and stuff, like boxing is like top line.
They take
Like
care of you?
we got flown out there. Jose and I, we had like round trip, and then we had our hotels provided for as well too, and they gave us money as well to eat and make sure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for the amount of time that we were out there, it was like from Wednesday to like Saturday. They gave us about like $300 for those days.
Yeah.
And then whatever transportation that we wanted, we would just have to call somebody up and they come get us and take us to wherever we wanted to go.
Yep.
And they treat you very well.
As far as pay for a boxing third fight compared to pay in MMA third pro fight. Yeah, you don't have to say numbers, but
it was a lot more, put
Yeah,
it that
yeah.
way, you know. And then it just makes me think, like, man, why do I even bother with MMA sometimes, you know?
well, that's why.
But I ju-
Nagano-
but
that's
no.
why Nagano was going to fight a fucking boxing match.
Yeah, you know,
He
no,
was
no,
offered
but
$8 million, and he's like, I don't want it. I want to go.
Oh,
make
yeah.
more."
exactly.
that?
No, but with MMA, it's fun. I do enjoy doing it, you know, because I just like combat, you know. But then if you talk about like a lucrative long term,
Yeah.
then that's the way to go.
Yeah.
At that point, you know.
Wow, that's great. And you're in with a great guy.
Yeah,
Jose.
exactly.
I mean,
Mhm.
he puts on boxing
Well-
events himself.
Well, it's funny that like with all that, like after that fight, even though I didn't get the outcome that I wanted, but I fought a very top tier competitor. He trains out of Freddie Roach's gym out at Wildcard, and so he's working with like world champs like Chocolatito and stuff like that.
Young kid.
Young kid, yeah, he's around like 25, so.
Oh, okay.
And after that fight, we got more offers to go everywhere else now because apparently it's like he was supposed to like destroy me
Yeah.
and
you
stuff
show
like
up.
that.
I mean, people
And-
see that
and I should-
you
but-
fought good fighters.
Yeah.
In your career too.
But then we're getting more offers at the weight class that I want. But then we're getting like top like tier guys because the fact that I went against him,
Yeah.
now people want to just try to knock my ass out.
Yeah.
And-
MMA guy crossing over.
Yeah.
But you don't. I mean, watching it, I saw the Boston boxing promotion one.
Oh god, I look like trash in that
but
one.
it was your- that was your first.
That was
one,
my
right?
first one, yeah.
I mean, you fought a kid that just outright boxes.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
I mean, you went in there and you handled it yourself. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
The second one I didn't see. How was that? How was the progression?
I
of boxing?
fought that kid's teammate.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They want to. Was it a little animosity?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that like there was controversy from that first fight. Then he wanted to get it back for his boy and stuff like
Nothing
that,
wrong
you
with that.
know. And it is what it is. And no, it was they were from Stay Ready, so they know Aaron Hughes very well.
So they sold a bunch. They had a bunch of people there for
Yeah,
for the
And-
crowd building
and
that up.
yeah, exactly. You know, but like pretty much though, it's like they didn't the way I boxed that second time, they didn't expect that out of me. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Because from that amount of time, from like August to like February, we just made big leaps at that point in the stand-up game in that aspect of it. And then otherwise, it's like I've just been enjoying it and embracing the journey. It's been fun,
Well,
you know.
you're training. You're at Jose's at 4 a.m.
Yep.
You know, bringing guys up here. What's your kind of capacity at 401 at this point? Not only training as a professional fighter on Jose, what do you do there? Do you coach? You help out? Like,
I
what's
mean,
your
I'll,
job
I'll
there?
hel- I'll help everybody out,
Yeah.
in whatever knowledge I do have, between whether it's like dieting, type of conditioning stuff, or even just like little pointers here and there. Like I don't like to step on anyone's toes, but if someone asks me, I'll kind of just guide them. And I know that Jose trusts me because I've learned so much from Jose, where I'm not just gonna be spitting garbage out, and not knowing what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of MMA guys that go to Jose's gym, get work in there. That
Yeah.
Tons of local fighters. They still coming in and out. What's
I
the
mean,
deal with
well, it's
that?
been different now because like Dennis obviously has a baby now,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, and he's retired from MMA
Yeah.
for right now, and
But I was seeing like Richie Santiago, Fabio coming in.
yeah,
here and there. But
well then
they're kinda
Fabio
not-
made
they're all
Fabio
over the
made
place.
he made
they're
that
all
move
over the
down to
place.
Florida and stuff like that, and then Richie will come in when he has the time because he works his job and then he's doing his DJing gig
Yeah,
on the side and stuff
so
like that,
it's amazing. All these guys are pro fighters and they got these jobs that are like fucking 70 hours a week and shit. Like
Yeah, I
that.
know for real.
Fuck.
I know.
All right, so let's get to fighting and then we'll
Yeah,
tackle
then
this kid for a minute.
yeah.
But, all right, when was that fight? Your last boxing match?
July,
All right.
and that one I got down to 112.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, as far as MMA, you want to fight. You would rather fight at 115.
I'd rather fight at 115 if there was more consistency
Yeah.
going on there.
I mean,
you know.
It's notable throughout your career you've been fighting bigger guys.
Yeah.
At 125.
And then, I mean, yeah, this fight coming up is at 125, but
Yeah,
it is
there
what
you
it
go.
is at this point. I had, like, UFC isn't going to be anything. It's just, at this point, I'm just shooting the shit with it, having fun, going out there and just competing still. Because I know I can.
Yeah.
You know.
What, 35 years old? You still got
Yeah,
a lot of
35.
fucking tank, bro. As far as the switching back to MMA, what was the decision there? As far as because you're not gonna get paid much.
Oh, no, because I just had the itch for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to get a few more in before I hang up the gloves, stuff like that. And then just focus on boxing straight up afterwards, because I just want a few more for MMA just because.
And then boxing.
And then
you're gonna be getting more bouts. And
yeah,
staying
we'll
up.
end up be getting more bouts, but otherwise though, it's like we're gonna be selective on where we go and stuff like that, depending.
Yeah.
But mainly like the more time I take off from like not competing in boxing, the more gains I do make. So we're just gonna be that much better from the last time people see where I was.
Well, I know you coach BJJ at Triforce.
Be wrestling,
Yeah,
BJJ.
everything. So it isn't like you were just focusing on boxing during that time. You
Nah.
were still getting your work in.
Oh, yeah.
You still got all the kids in there.
Yep.
Thriving to get the UFC, getting ready for fights.
No,
so
yeah.
You're still in there.
Oh yeah.
But what has changed now getting ready for your first MMA fight in over a year and a half after boxing? For the last three
I mean,
events?
because I still trained a lot of MMA while I was boxing. I use it as like a conditioning aspect and just mental toughness, grit, and stuff like that. But then once we kind of signed on to a fight for like boxing, then I just switched to go to that. But now since it's MMA, I'm just at Triforce like I normally am, normal day.
How's it feel to be that guy? How's it feel to be that target in the Shark Tank rounds or whatever?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't had that for a little while. I mean, in boxing, yeah.
Oh, God,
but
even
now they're torturing you, right? Getting ready for this fight a little.
I mean,
bit?
I'm always tortured, even when I like it don't matter, because even when I'm boxing, it's like I'm doing rounds on rounds like you don't believe. It's like normally on a good day for me, it's like I do a minimum of normally like 8 rounds straight up right away, but then when it's MMA, the time change is a little bit different. So we've been going back to 5-minute rounds, pace myself a little bit differently, and grappling is always 5 minutes, no matter what, and then it's just like riding a bike, just hop back on, getting back to it,
Well, getting back to it, how you feel getting back to it? How's the body feel getting back into the MMA?
I mean, body's fine, it's good because it's like I'm not cutting any weight for this, whatever it is I'm walking at, it's like the highest I hit is like 128. So it's like I could just take a nice quick workout and then go hit the sauna for like 10 minutes and I'm on weight, Right now it's like, well, it's like that's just the maturity of it now with me. It's like I know how to fight. I just gotta go out there and do it.
Yeah.
Well,
let's talk about the fight.
Yeah.
Dan,
Another Dan, yeah.
Maldonado, got his first win.
Mhm.
Combat FC. I think it might have been the last.
I thought it was
one.
New England.
Was it?
I thought it was New England Fights.
Was it New England Fights?
Yeah,
No,
I thought it was in Maine.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure it
All
is.
right, let me look. I got his shit right now. Because I mean, I would imagine you know him better than me. You're fighting him.
I mean, like,
Let me look.
I'm pretty sure it's that because I looked up the name quick and just did a tapology thing, and then that was really about
You're
it.
fucking right. Yeah, Nate Butcher. What the hell is that? But yeah, you're right. Neff. He won. at
Yeah.
Neff against Nate Bush. You know, a kid coming up, young kid.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 professional fights, 2 or 3.
All right, yeah.
Professional fights. So, what do you think? What do you know about him? This kid, as far as his fighting style and.
I know he's a lefty, and he looks like a wrestler type from like just quick videos that I've seen. You know, I've learned not to really watch too many videos anymore because they can never be the same afterwards. I mean, yeah, it's good to watch to see like tendencies and things, but you just can't bank on it. I'm just at the point right now where it's like, you just have to take it in the moment. At that point.
One thing about him, like, he's coming off that big win. You know, his first win is his
Yeah.
career. So right now he's flying high.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Is a more dangerous fighter, you think, coming off your first win?
Well, but then he's he's putting unnecessary pressure on himself. Like, oh, I got a win streak going. Now I got to keep it going. Me, I'm going out there and I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
You know, it's like whatever. You know, we're just in here the fist fight at this point. You know, so it's like, yeah.
So as far as getting ready, you got Sahib that's going to be on the card.
Sahib is going to be on the card
Just
as well.
you choose
Yeah, just us two.
So that's Triforce is heading to fucking Shriners, man.
Yeah, we are.
Sahib's coming off a great.
Oh yeah,
finish.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I have a fight recorded at Wishes of him is when he won a.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
we busted balls about that one.
Oh, what?
Way back when.
Yeah.
No, it was just we would always just bust his balls like, oh man, look at you, a nice Wishers champ, you know,
Fucking
doing big things, you know.
It's fucking Benny's belt. But you know, he's got a lot of following, that kid. He's got a lot of support behind him.
Oh, yeah, he has.
In the Wishes Smoker, people were like,
No, he's very talented.
Yeah.
Very great stand up. You know, his ground game has come a long way now too. You know, very very dangerous. You know, he knows how to use his long limbs appropriately to what he needs to do. You know, especially if you're doing stand up with him, he can control that range so good.
yeah, he's
Very rangy.
what
That's why I'm saying he'd be good work with you.
what weight's he fighting at?
55, I
Oh,
think.
so he's a lightweight too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Who's that one? That's the one with that he fought at CES that last
No.
fight. No, that's not him with the
No.
curly hair. and
No,
the
that's
hair.
not. You're thinking
Lightweight,
Dion.
Diet Coke tonight.
You're thinking Dion.
Oh, Dion.
That's why,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Nah, so he'd be good, and he's another lefty too.
Oh,
Something you're not
nice,
used to
nice.
seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
great.
So what are we? A little under 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's around like 4, 3.5, something like that.
You know, how's camp? How's Triforce? How's everything?
I mean,
Fucking growing. Didn't you
yeah.
knock down a wall in there or something like that?
I don't know. We're getting ready to do something. We're getting ready to do something and add more.
Trailers and bulldozers somewhere.
Well,
out there. I don't know. What's going on?
Pete's always thinking, trying to make the place bigger and better, you know. So I know we're gonna add more. We're gonna add more space to it, you know.
Yeah.
So I know that's coming along.
Busting at the seams. It's good
I mean,
stuff.
shit, we're a state of the art facility over there, you know.
We
It's
got,
like
the
shit.
whole, TFW on the other side.
Yeah, there's a TFW on that side, you know, and then the Triforce side, more and more. It's just gonna be more appealing, you know. It's like we're like the hidden gem in like Central Falls, Pawtucket.
Definitely. I
You
mean,
know.
there's people coming from everywhere to hit that gym.
Oh.
You're kind of in the middle there. I mean, people coming from Mass. And,
Yeah,
And stuff there. It isn't.
not too far from the border,
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly. So that's good. As far as fighters coming up, who's some of your? I mean, we already know Dion, and they're not already.
Yeah,
they're
like-
not coming up. They're already there.
They're already there, yeah.
As far
Tyree,
as
you know.
You have Shane Dillahay.
Yeah,
he just
Shane,
started,
yep.
You know, coming up. Who else is over there that is looking to, you know, come up?
Well, we had Deshaun,
That's right.
yeah.
And Dion. The other
and then
he's
Dion
coming on the
Perry
show
as
next
well
Tuesday
too. Yeah,
With Shane.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we can talk about that finish with him.
mm-hmm.
Killers, dude.
Yeah, you
Fucking
know.
look, right, that you have those 2 guys that just fought on Cage Titans.
Yeah, and then Santi as well. That war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second. Yeah.
Yep.
That 3-round war. Where
Mhm.
they were just bashing each other.
Yep.
What-
Yeah, so it's like we have a lot of like young studs.
Was that his?
That was his first, yeah. I know. Talk about fight of the year already too.
Jesus.
You know.
Yeah, because we were doing a fight companion,
Yeah.
And the amateurs, every fight was like, oh, that's fight of the night so far. And then that fight.
Oh, then that's fight of the night.
It's
You know, it's like,
holy cow.
yeah, and it's only January. You know,
Yeah,
still
exactly.
got 11 more months to go.
Triforce looking great. How's the you know, you guys all get back to the gym. Well, some of them don't come back for a week. After
Yeah,
a
yeah.
game like that. But what's like the morale like when you got two of your
Dude,
young
it's like-
studs there getting their first or second?
Nah,
fight?
it's good because like that momentum shifts, because it's like them and now you're piggybacking off of their momentum, because then it's like me and Sahiba coming up now, and we're just riding that wave at that point.
When all right, question.
Yes.
The difference when you're getting ready for a fight or you're getting another pro ready for their fight.
Mhm.
Maybe 4 or 5 fights in, right?
Yeah,
And then you got an amateur making his amateur debut MMA.
yeah.
What's the difference in training and
Uh,
intensity when
There-
you're
there's
running up to
like
the ring?
that
you know what I mean?
that's always a good question because people like you still train the same way even when you're an amateur as if it's like a pro fight. The only difference is just the rule settings at that point. And so no matter what, it's like when you're training as an amateur for your first upcoming fight or anything like that, you're training with all these pros. You're training the same way they are. The only difference is the rule setting and the time limit.
Yeah, you can't use
you
some
know,
of those things that
yeah.
you're training.
But either way, though, it's like there's really no big difference at that point because then you realize that if the amateurs that are up and coming that doing good and giving us the good work that we need, they're gonna feel confident going in because they know that they're working with the pros at that.
Consistently. And
Yeah.
They're ready for that
Uh-huh.
step. Great. man.
Exactly.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to this kid, Dan.
Yeah.
How do you know Kevin over here?
Yep.
How'd you guys get? He's been in it for a year or so. Came down from 210 pounds. So he
Yeah.
must have been thrown in. You must have been helping this kid sweat his balls off. So
I know we do a lot of
talk
bag
about it.
work with
How'd you
you.
get involved with this kid?
a lot of bag work, and then like he just because I think at one time I said like, yeah, man, if you start coming at 4 a.m., you're gonna see like progression like faster.
Yeah, just get a little closer
Oh,
to the mic.
my
Yeah.
apologies.
Move the chair and stuff. I just want to get
Like, cause he was coming at nighttime, and then he was wondering why I only came like a few nights during like the week, cause I did everything else. And then I was telling him, yeah, man, it's like if you come in the morning, it's like you're making progress now, but that's just gonna double and come that much quicker. And then he just started showing up, and he put in the work. He's been consistent, and me and this guy had endless times where it's like on weeks on end, months on end, where it'd just be him and I with Jose.
Yep.
awesome. Kid a year, year or so in, coming
Yeah.
down that, and he's one of the,
He's a prospect, yeah. Straight out
How old
does work,
25.
Okay.
and like I know we're about the balls at that point, just don't do anything stupid.
So 25, all right. Kind of transplant here a
Mhm.
little bit. I hear you won the Rocky Marciano thing.
Yeah.
How long? I don't know when that happened. Talk about that. When was that fight, and how long the preparation was for it? How did it feel to get in there and win that?
Well,
That's a pretty big New England kind of thing here.
Yeah, because then the finals was with
that's
CES.
in Brockton, right?
They started there, yeah.
So go ahead, man.
the preparation, I was just preparing to just have my first fight, There's always that first fight that you always worry about, where the nerves start kicking in, like when it's going to happen, When that first fight happened, I was just more anxious to just get it over with.
Yeah.
Every fight feels like you just want to get it over with,
Mhm.
It's never really like, oh, I'm nervous. I don't want to be here, It's like, let's get this over with. Let's go. Because in reality, you're punching somebody in the face for your enjoyment, for your own entertainment before anything. But, I just let my hard work just do the talking, That's how I see
How
it.
many rounds in a fight like the?
So in the amateurs,
Yeah.
is really 2 minute, three rounds.
Okay.
So it's 6 minutes in total.
It's a long time, 2 minutes. People.
People, oh God,
You remember?
that was like when I first started wrestling, like a 2 minute period, and then like after that first 2 minutes, I was like, what the fuck did I sign up for?
You
Yeah.
go to smokers, I mean, they're 2 minutes, and these, like,
Yeah.
Holy
You're throwing everything in the kitchen sink during that first round. Then the second round, it's like you got no legs anymore.
And when you have
Yeah.
adrenaline, the adrenaline is was like gets you even more tired,
Yeah, and then great
Yeah.
experience. But then you get the coach that Shane and I always talk about the ice bags on that, like I don't know if you got the ice bag on you.
Oh
yet.
God,
That
Jose.
shit wakes you
Speaking
like
of
a
some,
fuck-
speaking of something like that, you know that's the one thing with when you said ice bags, this kind of triggered in my head a little bit. So during my first boxing fight, like I remember it was like the fourth round or whatever, you know, and I'm just sitting there, you know, because like I guess like during the rounds go on, you kind of hit like a trance, you know, and you're like you're there, but you're like subconsciously you're just like whatever, you know, but you kind of like get flat and you kind of just don't act like you're there. I remember Jose just took my belt line, ripped it open, poured water down my pants. I was like, oh shit. All right.
Yo,
I'm awake now
yeah,
again.
that guy Jose's
I
hilarious.
did not expect that
Yeah.
though. I was just like, all right, yeah, I'm awake. All right, well, let's get
Jose's
back to-
hilarious in that corner, man. My first fight, he goes, we finished the round, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, you're doing great, man. How you feeling?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, coach. I don't care. Keep doing what you're doing." He
Oh,
smacks
yeah.
me, smacks me with water. Keep doing what you're doing. And you just look at it, it's like, I might as well.
Like, there's been times with Jose, like I've had conversations with him while the fight is going on.
Yup.
He's like, "You missed your opportunity right there." I was like, "Yeah. I'll find another one." You know, it's like, come on. Like that, him and I were conversating during the fight in California. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "I know, I missed it. Don't be mad." You know, it's like,
They must have had, I mean, they probably had great production at that show.
oh yeah, they had good production.
Is that on anywhere?
It's
Like,
on YouTube.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
check it out. I'll check
Yeah,
it out after the
that was
podcast.
my first 6 rounder. I did a 6 rounder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll get the
So,
stud.
yeah.
There's studs on
Mhm.
coaches, Jim.
Mhm.
Is yours on anything?
Um, I don't-
I don't think so.
live stream,
I don't think those amateur tournaments are
Anybody
used.
fucking-
I recorded my videos,
All right,
you know.
well,
I got
I'll
people.
have to go look at, but you're
Yeah,
not on
sure.
social media anywhere. Right?
No, not
We gotta
really.
get fixed then.
Yeah. I recently just deleted it. I just wanted to focus on just,
Yeah, well,
a lot of
you got a
distractions.
girlfriend or anything?
Nah, nothing.
You got a girlfriend, let her handle it. Or just get a side chick or whatever you need.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, take my account, make something out of it.
I know, dude. You know, why not? You know.
Got a personal.
Then I know where he. Oh, I don't know where he has.
Show a boob with an ass in a boxing glove.
I don't know where it's OnlyFans.
Tomorrow I'll have like 3 girls running this friggin'
I know for.
Do you even know who I was? That's
Yeah,
not
I
even
know,
my
yeah.
account.
Dude, it doesn't take much, man. You start fucking showing yourself training and,
Yeah.
in Jose's gym and with these guys and stuff, you'll fucking blast right off.
I just been low key, man. I just been out the mix, just focus on this boxing thing, see how far it takes me,
Well, let's focus, man. What's next for you as far as boxing? That fight was, when?
That he had like a
That-
span of like it was like 2 weeks or something like
Yeah,
that.
so like my first fight with this was the 19th. That was on a Saturday. Then the following Saturday, I had another fight, which was the second round, and then that I won that second fight, and I went to the championship, went to CES to win the championship and all that stuff.
CES.
Yes.
Yes, they did that at Twin River for the boxing show that they had.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
they did the amateurs during the day during that time.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was that? I mean, you're fighting for basically the biggest boxing promotion in New England as far as CES. I mean, how's that kind of? I mean, you're not fighting. With,
Well, he's on the radar with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was there,
And Jose, I mean, he does a lot.
Yeah, he
of,
does a lot of things with
yeah,
them.
So
Yeah.
how'd that feel?
It's normal,
He's like, another day,
It was
Chill
another.
as fuck, Dan.
You know?
It was just another day, I pitched around a lot of people too, so I know how to like perform a different sport in front of like different audience. So like just fighting, it's just a different sport, So I don't let the nerves get to me. I guess it's just experience, just being out there. Eventually, when you get like 20,000 people, that's when you're gonna be like, okay, this is a lot of people.
He's gonna be dropping that water down.
Yeah, he's gonna be dropping.
Yeah. 20,000 people, you're gonna be like, okay, this is a lot of people, or even more,
Yeah, but you somehow like zone it out. at a certain point,
Eventually,
you
you're
know?
gonna have to. You're already in the ring, so what do
Yeah,
you gotta do?
you know,
You
it's
gotta
like-
throw some punches. You're not
Yeah,
just
I know,
gonna
or else
square
you're
up
gonna
and just
begin-
be there like shaking,
We get cold clock.
You had what? 3 fights in the span of that time.
Yeah.
How many fights have you had?
Three in
Oh,
total.
so it's 3. So
Yeah,
you're 3 and 0 right now.
yeah, 3-0 right now with 2 knockouts.
When'd you? 2 knockouts. You didn't
Yeah.
fucking mention that. How do you feel to fucking knock people out, man?
Hey, it just happens, That's how I see it.
Well, because the big thing that I've seen with amateur boxing, it's like when they're going in there, they're fucking throwing down.
yeah, you have to.
It's
have
like
no
they
time.
they will sit there and plant and stay in the pocket. It's pretty exciting to watch.
It is.
Because then it's like you have a lot of, even like amateur MMA. It's like you'll have like so many aspects. Like you got the wrestler who can out wrestle someone
Yeah.
who's a good striker. And then that may look boring, but people don't realize like that element of it. But then when you go watch amateur boxing, like these guys are fucking throwing.
Just standing, man. That's
Yeah.
There's nothing else. Just standing and
Yeah.
Throwing.
Yeah, you know.
Just throwing.
Nice. So just throwing, man. What you feeling there? Just throwing. You getting hit a little bit, or is it all you in that thing? Those two
I
fights?
did my first fight. I
His
actually
first fight, he did get caught
yeah,
pretty
I
good.
got one. My first ever standing 8 count. I was like, oh, I saw lights and stuff like that, but you know, my adrenaline was kicking. I was like, nah, this is not happening. I started rushing in, and then I just started throwing punches.
And then I remember when I yelled straight left right down the pipe, and then
Straight
just fucking
left.
did it. You know,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Nice.
there we
And then
go.
he got a standing 8 count, and then I won off of I think unanimous decision.
Yeah.
The whole fight, yeah.
So as far as in the gym, have you ever been hit like that? You know,
In the sparring,
sometimes you get like
In s-
hit like you were in that. I know you got everything on, but was that the first time you really felt like, holy shit?
you know why I felt that? Because it's like it was 12-ounce gloves. You really could tell the difference between the gloves. Because when you
Yeah.
fight 16-ounce gloves,
Yeah,
you
for
know
sparring,
you feel a
yeah,
lot
it's
of
like-
cushion.
Yeah.
You feel a lot of cushion. You don't really feel that much as to like fighting with 12-ounce gloves. You feel mostly
Yeah.
knuckles.
Yeah,
You know,
wakes you up.
Well,
it wakes you up a little bit more.
Yeah, because I know with boxing they do with like certain weight classes get the certain ounce gloves.
Mhm.
So like when I did mine,
You
mine
do
were
it 8, right?
Mine were 8 ounces,
I could imagine.
and then MMA gloves are 4.
Yeah. So
You
you're not
know.
much off the, well, it's less power. Is that what they're saying? As you go down in the weight class, the glove, so there's not as much force.
I don't know.
Dude, I've seen some 125s fucking lay out some fucking.
Yeah, you know
big
it's like
dudes, man.
I don't really know between the. It really depends on the weight, like with the.
I
gloves.
think it
'Cause
did.
you
It all
said
de-
8. I'm like,
it all
that
de- I-
sounds crazy.
I think it all
might
depends.
as well
on,
just bare hands, you
Yeah.
know.
It does. I think they do it by weight from like what I read before. You know, I mean I could be wrong, but
You
Speaking of that, just doing with bare hands. What's your take on bare knuckle boxing and all that? Like, what's your take on
I was just on a podcast with with Planet Hank.
Okay.
Hank
Yeah, he's big into
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
And I did that on Sunday, and we had one of the guys on the upcoming show coming up, Roberto or something like that was on it. And it's like, I don't know, it's pretty crazy because it's like, yeah, even with MMA you still think that's tough, but it's like, imagine getting hit with the bare fist still.
I think
You
that,
know,
I
I
think that thing is wild.
That
type of
it's
sport is
definitely
ridiculous.
wild, you know, and
Yeah,
they
it's
definitely better be
entertainment.
getting paid good because the damage a fist does to you.
Yeah.
With some of those people like Paige Van Zandt and how she gets
Yeah. And
You
breaking
know, it's
hands,
just
and then, it's like
more
you can't
permanent
fight for
injuries,
another
you know.
6 or 7 months.
There's
you know.
another sport a combat sport that you could headbutt too. I don't know if it's
In
like
the bare knuckle?
not bare knuckle. It's like a different type of combat
Oh,
sport
that's
that
gotta be in Russia or something.
Yeah,
it's
some
gotta be
weird stuff.
somewhere
That one
crazy
is
out
either
there, you
4 on
know.
4 or something. Those guys are fucking
Something that has no sanction
squats,
going on, you know.
triangles and shit, like they're on fucking
You know, it's like-
desks and jumping off. Now they're fighting in cars. MMA.
You-
I saw like a jujitsu thing like today.
Yeah, getting choked
Yeah.
out with a seatbelt or whatever. I don't know.
Wait,
Whatever.
what?
Yeah.
I saw some.
Is
dude,
is that called
they're
like
in a little-
survival instincts or something? I don't know.
I seen people like fighting a little like those New England like telephone booths and
Yeah,
stuff like
phone
that.
booth.
And
it's the same thing.
yo,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, right. Do kids even nowadays know what a fucking telephone booth is? You know?
It's
It's-
all about train wrecks now. You know what I mean?
It
As
is.
far as the shit.
Well, but then you got the slap. I was just getting ready to say you got the slap competitions going on. You know.
Coming on. With, like, dude,
Is gonna be Rochambeauing in the near future? Just straight out kick to the balls.
You never, yeah.
You know, South Park, that joint. You know.
Bring back celebrity boxing matches where fucking, the chick was sleeping with all the presidents against. Bring that shit back. Man. It's like, it's entertaining.
I know. It's
But wow, it's just like a wave of this ridiculous stuff.
It's like watching
People
celebrity
jump
death.
over-
It's like It's celebrity death match in real life right now. It's what it is. You know.
What's that?
Celebrity death match in real life.
It is.
You know.
Yeah.
Dude.
That bare knuckle, they look-
Get me on that right now. Get me on a fucking grudge.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Nice.
That was right there
I
too,
love
man.
it. Good. All right. Well, get back to you. Then we'll get back to Dan, and we'll go back to you. Next fight. What's up in line for you?
So this Saturday I have Golden Gloves, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
For-
That's
for-
why I said I'm bringing them in.
This Saturday you have Golden Gloves.
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, I'm
For
gonna cut this segment out, man. Let's talk about where is this going to be taking place? The
Is
Golden
it-
Gloves and all that other stuff.
is in Fall River.
The Fall
Yeah.
River Pal.
Yeah, pal. Yeah. I never had that over there in where I used to live in Jersey.
I get from what it looks like, the setup is almost like Cage Titans with the stadium style.
Okay. Okay.
stuff like that.
So they have.
Because way back in the day, way back in the day, AFO did a show there.
The old Combat FC.
No, it was AFO, the Pete DiLorenzo D-bag special, we used to call it. And AFO was called American Fighting Organization.
It's like sort of like a theater too in there, like.
And we called it the All Fucked Up Organization because so much shady shit was always going down, you know. But that shows how long I've been around,
Jesus.
you know.
We could go to your record and see your first fight.
Yeah, it was like AFO.
Well, you fought there before? At PA?
No, it was just one of my fighters back in the day did, and like the locker room was in like a dungeon of a basement, like. Like I thought,
yeah.
I like legitimately, I thought like I was.
I actually
like,
worked the corner because they had the other fighters from the gym. They fought 3 of them, and I went downstairs. I was working with Jose in the corner and stuff like that. And that looked that we were in the basement.
Yeah.
It was like rusty up. Everybody was just putting on their clothes and mat clamped up. You can't even do pads with somebody in there.
Nah, it was pretty grungy.
Yeah.
Straight up grungy.
So getting ready, Golden Gloves. This is what a bunch of weight classes as far as to win that, right?
Yeah. So it's first the sub novice people. So I don't know how it is with the sub novice that if they win they go to another round or stuff like that. But the novice, if they win this week, the novice, if they win, they go on to I guess the second round in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And they just keep progressing to.
So you have one fight, or do you fight a couple of times?
I think I fight a couple of times.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
All right.
Fight
Yeah, because you're probably gonna have one, and then there'll be another one like 2 weeks later or something like that. Same
probably,
thing,
yeah.
because they kind of do it in that sense.
Yep.
Do you know what's going on with the guys you're fighting? You know about them?
That's one thing about amateur boxing. You fight whoever they put in front of you.
It's kind of like a drawing, like a lottery in a sense.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. But they're all legit. They're all kind of.
They're there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
they're all
anyone that's
kinda
willing to step
legit.
into the ring is gonna be
Yeah,
legit no matter
exactly.
what, you know.
But awesome, man. What's that do for boxers, man, that won the Golden Gloves? That's a big deal for a young guy.
Yeah,
right?
it's a good thing.
Just put your name on the door,
Yeah.
put your foot on the door and stuff like that. That's
Well,
basically it.
What's his chances here?
I'm right with my boy the entire time, you know.
Do you- like as far as some of the competitors, they're going to be there. All like the Fall River gyms, all these guys that you've been at boxing meets before.
Oh, there's the music. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of like local gyms. You know, it's like and you know about like they'll probably be from like Hard Knocks. Some people will be from there out in like Coventry.
Big Six.
The Big Six, you know,
Six,
Yeah.
there you go.
and yeah, anyone that has amateur boxers. I mean, I don't know
I
shit.
remember New Bedford's got a few gyms over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They got the box. I forgot. They're gonna kill me, but I know a few guys that train over there. I was at when I was a mailman in New Bedford. There's a gym over there. I forgot the name of it, but there's a bunch of fighters that box out of that. So I would
Yeah.
imagine. So getting ready for this preparation.
I'm
this
ready,
weekend
man.
coming up.
Ready.
You ready to go?
Ready to go.
So as
Oh, I
far-
can't wait to watch. I love being a fan.
So, all right. So, as far as it's just one guy in the corner, as far as it's like.
Yeah, I'm letting Jose do all that because you have to do stuff through like USA Boxing to get your licensing and
Okay.
stuff like that.
I think you can work his corner this weekend if you want to. Because I worked his corner. I just.
Yeah, but you're licensed already. You're in the system
Oh, okay. I guess it's
for
different.
the
with
amateur.
those?
Yeah, that's through USA Boxing.
Oh, okay.
Nah, let me be a fan. I like being a fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole day thing, right? Or a night?
Night.
It's a
Night thing.
Yeah,
Really?
It goes
So,
fast, man. 6 minutes goes
Do they
fast.
sell? It must be selling tickets
at the
and all
door
that
I think
stuff,
too.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's a huge deal. Huge deal.
you might need to come through
I
then,
might have to come to Wednesday.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
like around like 7.
What's going on this Saturday night? Is there anything going on?
Nah.
This Saturday? And where is it?
Fall River.
For
It's fucking right down the street.
Fall River.
Yeah, I might go. Let me know. I might go.
All right. Yeah.
And, what's
Yeah,
going on?
I'll hit you up.
Yeah, remind me and shit like that.
Yeah.
But fucking cool, man.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. I could blow him away on the drums, by the way.
What are you gonna? You're gonna have to.
Drum set right here.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Don't touch my drum set.
But dude, as far as Combat FC here,
Yeah.
3.5 weeks up.
Yep.
Fighting this dude.
Fighting this dude.
How you feel about Combat FC? You didn't go. So he fought at the last one. What are you hearing about that?
So he fought in New Hampshire with Combat Zone.
Why do I keep saying he?
Well, they're very similar in the name if you say it
thought he
real
fought
quick.
on that fucking, but it was
No,
Combat.
it was Combat Zone he
All
fought
right.
on.
My apologies. So this
Yeah.
is both of your first time on this fucking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Combat FC looks great.
God, from what they stack it up. It's fucking stacked.
Dude, I can't even read all this.
Between amateurs and pros, I'm like, damn. You know.
On UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah.
Are you on that? Do you know? Are all the pros? I would imagine all the pros would be on.
I
the
don't
UFC
know.
Fight Pass portion.
I'm showing up the
That's
fight.
pretty exciting.
Sure.
Well, you fought for Bellator before, so
Yeah.
you've been on the. Look, Dan's like, I don't give a fuck.
No, I like, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dope though. The fact that he fought in Bellator, that's freaking dope, man.
He fought the #1 guy in New England at Bellator too at the time.
Yeah, Johnny Lopez, yeah.
That's a dope-
That sweet, that
That's something you could
that
put in
headbutt
your-
that
in
happened
your
in 30
resume.
seconds. Ugh.
Is that, oh yeah, he friggin' right away in that fight.
Yeah, I was seeing like 5 of him. I don't really remember shit that happened.
Was that the time that you said
I
that?
just remember at the end of the night, I had Jack Daniels on my head, keeping the hematoma down, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
another Jack in my hand.
Nothing. Well, you get paid pretty good from Bellator. They're not.
I got paid more in my boxing fight
Did you?
than them.
That's good, dude. Especially when you get flown in and then giving you that.
Yeah.
Stuff. Good for you.
So that's why I'm, yeah.
It's like vacation money. I know you got a great job, house and shit. Well, let's get to that, dude.
My job, my house. What?
Let's get to, like your
How we were doing the
fighting shit. You fucking.
how we were doing COVID sparring in my backyard, doing it.
I came over for the went to the backyard.
we were
Live podcast.
grilling and chilling and sparring.
Yeah, that was when.
Wait, y'all were sparring in your backyard?
Yeah.
In the grass, or-
Because all the gyms were closed. We
Yeah.
couldn't do anything.
Yeah, they couldn't spar at the gyms. The gyms were closed, so these guys were,
So we were at my house. We were throwing down in the backyard. All my neighbors thought we were crazy. You know, we're
Or
sitting
some
there.
kibble slice?
We're sitting there. We're sitting there chilling. We're grilling, throwing down, and then we're shooting bows and arrows in the backyard and everything
that's
too.
what I'm getting at.
You know?
Yeah, man. Because
That was-
I was there. I remember. Yeah, you were like, you were getting into the bows and the archery and all that
Yeah.
other stuff, and then all of a sudden I see you on social media cutting up your own friggin' deer meat and shit like that. So how does one become a hunter in like? I mean, you've been doing it how many years? Like 3 or 4.
A couple of years now. You know, yeah.
How does Joe Rogan? How do you?
I just got into it randomly. I was driving down near the old school Emerald Square Mall, and then I saw a place on the side of the road, X-Spot Archery, and then I just pulled in. Then about a grand later, I walked out with a bunch of shit. You know?
Is that your store that you?
Yeah,
use?
I still go
Yeah.
there. Yeah, X-Spot Archery.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So how do you start like a grand later? I mean, any sport you get into is gonna cost you that much.
Well, no, like, no,
fishing
well,
rods, anything
yeah,
like
you know,
that,
it's-
you know what I mean, guns. It's
Yeah.
gonna cost you a lot of money.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what was the passion walking in there and fucking all of a sudden you walk out of there with like round
I don't know. It was something that I kind of like geared towards, no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
cause even when I was younger, I was still into that stuff. I just didn't like get into it fully, and then I just decided one day once I saw, it, I was like, all right, just going all in, you know.
So you got cool in the backyard, shooting
Yeah.
targets and shit. How do you
Yeah.
progress into eating Bambi and stuff like that?
Well, I have access to private land in Connecticut,
Okay.
so I have a family that's out there. He has about like 30 acres, something like that, and my uncle was a hunter as well too. So there's already tree stands and everything set up out there. And honestly, I just went out there one day, and then I kind of went out there. I was chasing a few deer out there, and there was this one that it was within range all the time, but then there was like bushes in the way and stuff like that, so you're not gonna make a bad shot in general, you know. And then one day, the thing just comes out right in front of me, and then I was like, oh shit, this is my moment. And everything just like stopped, slow motion. And then out of nowhere, just bent it, sent it, and then whack.
Bent it, sent it, and whack. Is that the terminology?
For bow now, yeah, bend it and send it.
That's fucking awesome, man. So
And then it's whack after that, you
I
know.
mean,
And then
it's a-
40 yards later, then I see a deer body, you know.
And
And then I have to carrying that fucking thing.
it's a sport.
It's better than a belt.
But,
It's better than a belt. It goes in my stomach. That's why, man.
Me, I don't know if I could do that, but how do you like? Did you kill rabbits or anything? Did you?
No,
Like,
that was my first. Yeah,
animal kill.
yeah.
Like, how do you psych yourself up to?
No,
do that?
you sit there like it's unbelievable.
right?
You sit
Like-
there and it's like this is unbelievable. You get so bent out of shape about it, you know. And then like when it happens, it's like it's in slow motion, but everything happens so quick. It's like everything that you practice because like I'll go to 3D target leagues to practice on like 3D targets, just so that way you get used to hitting in a certain area where the vitals are
Yeah.
and everything like that. And everything just kind of happened. It's like its own like mantra at that point. The steps that you take, same
Yeah.
thing as if you were doing jiu-jitsu or boxing. You know, there's a step-by-step procedure, and you hit all the steps, and then out of nowhere, I just remember going into like a zone. Everything was quiet. I was so like zoned in there, and nah, you don't even think like you don't make any sounds. You don't like breathe. You know,
Don't
'cause
shake.
You don't shake. You don't like. You sit there. You just pull it. You line it up. Once your dot hits that spot where it's supposed to be, and then out of nowhere, you watch the arrow all the way. It's one of the coolest experiences ever.
Like,
So on
the
it's called a housing unit where
Yeah.
your sight is.
Okay.
So you look through your peephole where the string connects. So when you pull it back, you look through, and then you have sights on it for like your markings on like how far you can shoot.
Okay.
So mine was at 20 yards, so which is the green dot. Mine is 20, 30, and 40 depending on how you have them set. So mine was in the green zone. And I put the green dot right on the vital, right where the behind the shoulder. So in that way, I double lunged it, and I hit the heart. Because when I took out the heart at the end of it, you can see where the arrow went through.
That's wild.
And
You don't feel bad. You didn't feel bad like at
it's
all.
like you know, well, no, it's crazy. No, it's crazy though because it's like, you like after you send it, you watch the arrow. It's like a slow motion Matrix thing going down. And then you just sit there, you're like,
Zen moment.
and then you're like, oh shit! Like once you hit it and it jumped up and it ran off, then you're like, oh shit! I hope I hit it in the right spot.
Yeah.
You get like remorse real quick
Yeah.
because you don't want to like
You don't
wound it.
want it to
You don't
suffer.
want it to
You didn't
suffer. No, I did care. You know, during that
Shoot
moment.
it in the head.
No, but like, and I'm by myself out there because I never
I was
like.
gonna ask you that
I was
question.
by
Someone in
myself.
a tree
No,
around
that
or-
during that time I was by myself out there. You know.
You never worry
So
about
I-
like a bear, like ever, like getting.
I'll
close
deal
to
with it. I'll deal with it during that time. If shit ever came, you know,
Got a
then
knife or something, I don't know.
nah. Usually, like I'll have guns with me if needed, you know, and stuff like that.
Especially
you know?
a bear,
No,
like-
even then, I'll fucking kill with an arrow. I know where to shoot it with that damn thing too. I'll
Yeah,
fucking.
exactly.
That's
The
a lot
thing,
of.
you bet you're actually
It
bet.
ain't like one and done. I think he's put another one in the guy.
That's a lot of
no,
meat to take
no,
home,
but
though.
see, the thing is, it bleeds out from like hemorrhage. So it's not like a gun where it's like, oh, it could kind of like stop and not really do a lot of damage at first. But
Yeah.
with the arrow, it cuts all the way through.
Yeah. It's,
You know, so even if like I shot a fucking bear, you know, it's like you're better off using a bow because they see where the gun comes from, they hear where it comes from, so they'll spot you quicker.
Yeah.
But with an arrow, it's just like getting like hit real quick. They're like, where the fuck did that come from? Because there's no sound to it.
This is Oliver Queen
You
right
know?
here.
Yeah.
does it make a sound when it leaves the bow?
Not loud enough for them to hear.
But do you hear? Or something?
Well, you hear the stopper for the string hitting the stopper
Okay.
on it, but otherwise now they don't hear it.
That's just in movies, they add that little.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
No, but watching the arrow like go though, it's pretty damn cool. Cause then
Yeah.
you see it rotate and you just see it, fucking they like the new
And it
boat.
gets there in a split
Oh
second,
god,
you
so
feel
fast.
that.
Like, well, cause my bow at full capacity, like when you pull back, so my poundage is I pull 65 pounds back straight up like that, so it comes out to like maybe like 310 feet per second. Yeah.
That's fast.
There's no living through that.
No.
So you gotta carry this son of a bitch.
Oh, that-
All right.
That was fucking.
Next question before we carry this. How do you know that the deer is of legal or of age?
Usually that goes like usually you have your own code of ethics when you go out there. And you
Okay.
have good morals and stuff like that. And mine was at least like solid like 4 or 5 years old, and it was big
know that?
enough.
How do you, yeah, definitely.
Because you can tell by how the body is. If you're looking at like, for example, like a fawn, which is like a baby deer at that point, they'll still have the white spots on them. They're not grown, and then you can tell if there's like
Muscle
roughage,
tone and
muscle
stuff.
tone, everything else like that, and just like the body of it and how big that they are. Because 20 yards ain't that far, so I had a good sight on it
Yeah.
at that point.
It's a big deal.
You know.
Are you gonna carry this son of a bitch out? How heavy is a?
Oh God, that fucker was like at least like 200 something pounds.
Jesus.
And
What,
then
you dragging it?
yeah.
Carrying it? Really?
Yeah.
With what? Just your...
So on my harness I have a noose.
Okay.
So you wrap the noose around its neck, and then you have your harness on. So you're just fucking. And I had to go up like a 45-degree incline with it through fucking.
This guy's Rambo.
All right. So when you're walking into the forest or the woods,
Yeah.
you kind of know I'm gonna have to drag this motherfucker all
Yeah.
the way out of here.
Well, here's the thing. It's like when you hit it, it jumps up and then it runs.
Oh, it's even far.
Yeah. But I got lucky since I made a very good shot.
Yeah.
Mine dropped at 40 yards.
Okay.
So it was only 40 yards from my stand at that point, which is good. But then I also gutted it right away.
It was a mile off the road. Though.
No, but I field dressed it real quick, so I took all the guts and everything out on the spot.
Wait a fucking minute.
Well, yeah.
Stop the presses.
Yeah, you.
All right, wait a stop.
Yeah, you got.
So all right. So we learned to kill the deer on the spot. Well.
Yeah, you field dress it. You just take out. You take out.
Just whip out fucking Daniel Boone. You start fucking cutting the thing.
Yeah.
How does that just enter the mind? Like,
You have your knives with you. I got my field knives
well,
with
I
me.
imagine if you don't want to carry.
Wait,
200
you never said that, bro. You're lying, bro. You told me
What?
that you would take him to a butcher, but you never
Yeah,
told me.
in order to get that fucker to my car.
What'd you do? So you cut it open, and then
Yeah.
you took it in and out?
You take its heart out, its rib, its guts, its
hell.
intestines. You cut out the piss sack. You cut out the shit sack and everything.
You just like did you YouTube it while you were doing it? Well, let me fucking all right. So
This guy's a doctor.
Yeah, I've studied it before going out. You know.
I thought, man, on the spot, whip it out of fucking.
Yo, like, so how you do this?
Oh yeah.
Live chat,
Let me just
sorry.
YouTube this real quick. You know.
Probably don't even have signal over
You
there.
know.
All right, so
Sometimes I
I
don't.
would imagine, all right, so you got it. You leave all the stuff there.
Yeah, because then
put
the
it on
other
the-
animals eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you, dude? I can't even cut a bug open. How the fuck do you cut open a deer and then rip its like cut cartilage and so that's so when you pulled it, that's where you saw the hole. Did you take the heart with you to eat?
No, I left it there.
All right. You're not the Liver King kind of guy.
No liver king for this dude. You
Guys
know.
eating the balls and everything off those fucking things.
Yeah, with steroids on the side.
All right,
You know.
so
We all knew that one.
when everything's taken out,
Yeah.
how many pounds did that?
It was probably roughly during that point, since it was a big one, it was probably like 170, 180. Because I at least wanted to
That's
pull.
That's dragging me out of the woods with like
Yeah.
dead weight.
Yeah.
With all my balls intact and shit. Fuck, dude. How the hell? I guess
But,
a man,
I mean, I didn't get.
a man has to do.
I
what
didn't-
he
I
has
didn't-
to do,
I didn't get anything this season. I was pretty disappointed. I had a few run-ins so it was during the rut season where it's like all the men just try to fucking bang every doe that they see in sight. I had about 3 different run-ins where I had 3 does running by my stand, and there was a buck chasing after them every time, and they did not stop. And I was just like, well, might as well just fucking pack it up and go home now because they ain't coming back anytime soon.
You miss a shot. How much is an arrow? Basically.
So pretty much it all depends on like a package that you buy. You can buy a decent arrows. I get like a 6-pack for like $60, something like that. Yeah, it's not terrible, you know, but it sucks if you lose them.
Yeah, you retrieve it though. They're still good after you miss it. Well,
If you find it.
you mustn't miss much because you don't have 100 deers.
Yeah,
flying by
exactly,
all
you
the
know,
time,
yeah,
what I mean?
you
It's
know.
one-
I'm 100% on my deer killing right now, cause I had
how
that
many
one.
deers have you fucking killed? dude?
Only one,
All right.
you know, but otherwise you don't get one every fucking time.
How long
You know?
How long did that? I would
That
imagine
lasted
you-
me a while.
You butchered it yourself. I was watching it on like I didn't think you gutted the thing on the field. I thought, you know what I mean?
No, I didn't.
Fucking
I took it to.
dragged out of
I
there.
took it to a butcher.
Oh, and they did it right.
Yeah.
They did all the good stuff.
Yeah, well, because then sometimes, because you have to make sure you have your game tag and everything like that, so in that way you don't get in trouble with DM or anything like that.
Okay.
You know that.
Did
However, I
what's
got
that cost though? Like
it cost me like $80
that's not bad. But
Yeah.
you have meat for like how
Months.
Long, how long? Yeah.
months.
Did he bring any to you? Did you
I didn't
bring-
meet
Oh
him.
no, this was back in like 2020
Yeah, I didn't mean.
during that time during COVID when we all had nothing to do.
Well, get ready. Fucking hunting season's coming in sometime.
Nah, it already went by. I didn't get anything. However,
Gotcha.
I did snag a turkey though.
Let's talk about that. Turkeys.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for a turkey.
Oh,
We eat them anyways.
The eyeball, I don't care.
yeah.
How'd that? Did you have to gut that on the field, or was it light enough to drag out of there, Dan?
No, I dragged it up to my uncle's house, and then he showed me how to do it the right way because I never dealt with a turkey before.
Yeah.
And but the funny thing about that entire story is that so my girlfriend came with me. She came with me in the tree stand, hanging out with me because we were originally trying to get deer and everything like that. We're getting ready to pack it up and leave, and then she's like, "Babe, I hear a bunch of turkeys, you know." And then out of nowhere, there's like a pack of like 30 getting ready to come in our direction, you know. And then I just look at him like, "Babe, something's gonna fucking die tonight," you know. And then out of nowhere, like they all came, and then I had 2 arrows on me, so lined it up, snagged it, hit it, and that thing ran off like 40. Those fuckers don't die easy though. They
No,
go.
you cut their heads off. They run
They
around for a while,
that thing
man.
did not
Really?
die. I had to put another arrow in it because it was just sitting there flopping around, still alive.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So when you hit that, and they all go scattering the hell out of
Nah, the other turkey started jumping it and pecking at it. Yeah,
it. Really thinking, what the fuck's wrong with you, man?
yeah, they ended up like fighting it.
Yeah.
They're vicious. They're assholes.
Really?
Yeah, they're fucking douchebags.
They just like laying there.
Yeah, and then
Man.
yeah, it's crazy, you know. And then, but then it was,
Arrow, and he goes.
yeah, I had to walk right up, just like whatever, bam.
You shoot it in?
Yeah, I shot it again,
That's fucking awesome.
you know.
Dude.
And then my girlfriend was just like, wow, you just fucking killed a turkey. I was like, well, what the fuck you think I was gonna do?
Killed a deer 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Fuck. You knew this about me.
No, but then
What do you think we're out
but
here for?
but then the great thing though, it's like I had it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people complain about food
How's that look?
prices.
How's that turkey?
I had-
compared to, like a regular
it-
turkey when you got that thing.
Well, it was smaller,
Yep.
you know, but it was about like
Not
maybe
for you.
it was 15 pounds roughly, you know, and it was awesome because then I made these mean ass turkey poppers.
How
For-
does it taste compared to regular turkey? Real turkey? Or
Very gamey, obviously, but definitely different taste. And you have to cook them a certain way too. You
Yeah.
can't cook game food the same way as if you would.
Yeah, because I worked with a guy that used to deer hunt a lot. He used to bring in like venison balls,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can taste this
You can taste the
running
difference.
Down the fucking
Yeah.
the woods. Like,
Yeah.
you
It's
just,
fresh,
They have
like-
that.
Gamey,
Yeah, it's
acorny,
weird, it's
berry.
weird. Unless if you're not used to it, it's a
Yeah.
weird kind of taste.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't think I ever tried anything freshly
texture.
caught.
It's different. It's a lot more dry, so you have to actually like steam it a little
Oh, is
more.
that right?
Like you can crock pot it.
What about
and-
other
Like the tur-
Buffalo and all those other guys like Joe? Like how's that? Is it all kind of taste the same, gamey?
It's all gonna be gamey, yeah, and you're gonna cook it slower and at a lower temperature because you can't cook it the same as if you were getting like a fucking steak and shit like that, you know.
I'll try that if you get a kill sometime.
Well, I mean, turkey season's coming, so
Yeah,
I gotta wait till
I'd
April.
I'd try a turkey.
I gotta wait till
I'd try
April.
Turkey before I would
You know?
try deer because turkey are they are the tricks, motherfuckers, man.
They make special arrows for those too. Whereas
Don't
they,
die, motherfucker.
well, it's called a guillotine arrow, so the blade comes off like 3 or 4 inches longer. So in that way, when you do shoot it in the general area, the blade hits the neck, and then that way you chop its head off like that.
It's still running around though.
Oh yeah, they still run around, you know.
My mom tells us a story. Old Italian came from Italy.
Yeah.
Her dad, used to cut the heads off the turkeys, chickens. They said that things used to run like fucking like 2 minutes around the yard,
Oh yeah.
like just without a head on.
Yeah.
Head on it. It's like you guys get off. I'd be like my mother. What do you mean? 'Cause, we were young. My dad made us do that and stuff.
Mhm.
We used to go watch. I grew up with a bunch of like in a Portuguese neighborhood.
Yeah.
And my best friend was a Portuguese kid. I used to go to his house all the time and watch his dad slaughter the rabbits and stuff like that. Couldn't do it myself, but they used to karate chop them
Yeah.
and then skin them right there. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing in the world. Not now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've had rabbits as pets. I was married at one time. I was like, fuck. But yeah, I don't know how you just do it, man. But good for you, man.
Food is food.
People love it.
You know?
People love hunting. It's a sport.
I don't think I could do it. I'm a city boy.
Yeah, me too. It's like,
Yeah, but then when we got that one person that goes and gets, it's like, yo, hook me up, man. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you come out here and drag that motherfucker
I'm
out
definitely
there?
gonna
with
ask
me,
you for some deer.
yeah, I would try it. I mean, but
Don't worry, when the next season comes in, if I do slaughter something, Don't worry. I
And
gotcha.
you know, not getting something the whole season. I mean,
Oh God.
that's like a reward. Like when you get it, it's
Well,
like
yeah, it's
you
reward.
You wanna
Yeah.
absorb everything that's happening. I
Yep.
wonder why you're cutting the guts and shit. This might not happen for another 2 years.
I know exactly.
Might not be. I don't know how you do it. Where do you just cut it right down the middle, right from the.
So
from
do,
the
you,
genitals?
do you really want me to get it? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Right there, all the way up.
Starting the anus pretty much cut around it, so in that way you get the tube out,
Yeah.
and then you end up going
Work
up
your
to
way
the
up to the-
breastbone, and you have to cut the hide off. So in that way you don't destroy the meat right away. Then you get up to that breastbone, and then you can saw it off, and then cut the tenderloins off right away. You know.
How about, so you had, of course, you had the knife. What kind of knife is this that you have? That
It's one of my latest grandfather's knives.
sharp as fuck. I would imagine.
Yeah. He's gutted like deer and bear with it and everything like that.
Wow, going down the family tree with this knife, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Mhm.
Well, it's in you.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know if maybe I could do it. I don't know. I mean, but I can't sit in a tree for fucking.
Yeah, that's the one part that's tough, man.
You know, I can't hang with myself that long.
Especially up here in the Northeast, so like it's not easy to do running and gunning. They call it to get something like that. Not very easy. You have to be a tree sitter for a while.
You know what I see a lot of, and people told me, like, when you drive down highways in Massachusetts, there's like pickup trucks and shit parked on the side of the highway.
Freetown Forest over there and
What's
everything.
going on? Like they park there and go hunt.
Yep.
They go right in there.
Yeah.
How far? All right, so
It all
you're on,
depends.
You're on 140 or something, right?
Yeah.
2-lane highway, 3-4 lane highway, and you see these trucks parked on the side. I know they're hunting.
Yeah.
Someone told me. How far into there do they have to?
Yeah, sometimes it all depends on like most people set up cameras beforehand and see where the spots are, so in that way they can get video footage or at least pictures of what time they're coming through.
From like the road.
Probably,
away from like.
Normally it's like you're X amount of yard, like 500 something yards away. Normally you have to be away from like houses and stuff like that,
Okay.
depending. But I'll probably say if they're doing something like that, I'd probably say at least like a mile and change.
So let me game wardens and see that people do they. Will they just walk around the woods? These freaking guys.
Nah, they're gonna be they probably have their own tree stand set up because you're allowed to set up a tree stand in public forest and stuff like that, or you can set up a blind in public forest. So you can leave it out there during the season. You can set it up maybe a week prior to season, depending.
I know what do you mean? Do you put like you piss on the tree and this is my?
You guys don't worry about Lyme disease at least, like or any
Nah,
like.
You cut it out. Like you can see spoiled spots on it, and anything like that. And then you can just tell, like that's what the butcher's for, because then they can tell where everything's bad.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they cut out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, all right, so you say you put. I'm sorry we get off MMA. And fucking deer killing and shit. Is fucking
He
awesome.
started it.
This is
I know.
interesting.
He
I'm learning
started
too.
it.
This is a podcast. We talk about.
I know.
But,
It's like a barbershop in here,
so you said you could set up your stand and keep it there.
Yeah.
How do people not? How do you?
Most of the time,
Loyalty system. How does now?
either like a loyalty system or it's like you could just have like your name in it, because personally it's like it takes a lot of work to fucking put a stand out there and shit like that, so it's like if you're gonna be that guy, like most of the time you'll have like a lot of like decent ethical hunters,
Yeah.
and they respect the land, they respect other people's stuff,
Have you
and
noticed anyone sat on your stand or something like that?
no, because I have private land,
Oh, that's right.
so I don't have to worry about dealing with like, especially when like shotgun and rifle seasons come around, I don't have to worry about any of them walking through or anything like that,
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow. But as far as like the people making sure everything's done right.
Yeah.
Do they ever have these game ones walking through
They
the woods?
they will do it at random, because there's big properties that they have to go look at, So it's like they'll go out on weekends, during the week. It's at random. You never know when they're gonna show up.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Like fishing and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. It's like that too,
Fuck, all you guys at Triforce doing. John Doomies on fucking boats and
Fishing,
on-
spear fishing, and shit
Oh,
like
yeah,
that,
it's fucking- You guys are killing all these things.
Yeah, I mean,
Any vegans in your place that don't like the idea of you?
my brother.
Is he a vegan?
Yeah.
What's his idea on this?
He's not very.
Sandwich in front of him made out of
Well, when I brought the turkey to my mother's house for Thanksgiving, he didn't realize that it was me that killed it.
Yeah, but I mean, they were,
But-
whether you killed it or not, they were gonna have a turkey at the freaking.
Yeah, well, no, but like more so, he's like whatever, stall. But like more so the fact that I'm the one that did the deed, you know.
Word it is.
Yeah, and
He's
even
he's brown belt. Is it,
Brown
he's
belt,
in
yeah.
sergeant trains,
yeah, he's brown belt.
What was he didn't know, or did he find out?
He found out that day when I made turkey poppers for everybody.
What did he say?
And then he's like, I didn't know you killed that thing. And I was like, what, you think I was going to tell you right away? You know, it's like, I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Wow.
What if they wouldn't have ate it, right?
You know, well, he was going to eat it anyways. I mean, broccoli screams when you rip it from the ground, too, you know. It's like,
Wait a minute, he's a vegan. He didn't eat turkey. Did
No.
he? All right, you're like he's gonna eat it anyway. I'm like,
No,
what,
he said he's
fucking
not
ate
gonna
one of
eat
his
it.
Poppers? What do you think it was, a potato when he ate the fucking turkey?
No.
Talking about fucking.
oh, no, but God, you should see his reaction when I killed the deer for the first. Oof.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's a big.
He
yeah,
wasn't-
That's
he-
different. That's a big. That's
He
big.
wasn't too proud. He was like, I'm disappointed in you. And I was like, I got a fridge full of food right now, but that's okay.
You're good for months.
I'm good. You know?
Wow, wild. And then your grandfather or their hunt. Like,
Well, it's funny because like my dad is the same way at first. He was like, Dan, how could you do that? You know, blah blah blah. And then out of nowhere this year, my dad's like, Dan, are you gonna be going turkey hunting? I was like, yeah. Why? He was like, he goes, oh, I want to go with you. I was like, since when? You know, I was like, first off, Dad, you're not gonna get up at 3:00 in the morning, so why even throw the idea out there? You know, it's like, go kick rocks.
He's intrigued now. He's intrigued.
Well, yeah. Well, the fact that when I got the turkey, and he's like, oh, because he probably didn't want to buy anything for Thanksgiving and spend money.
Try
You know.
fucking turkey.
Yeah, you know, but otherwise, I'm just like, it's like if you want to come with me, it's like you gotta get your ass up early in the morning.
Yeah, no one's getting up.
You know,
Chasing turkeys in the
you know.
It's not fucking happening.
It's not happening. It's definitely not happening.
It's not fucking happening.
It's not happening.
All right, my man. Well, let's fucking start wrapping this up, man. We
All
went on
right,
a
yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
We went down a rabbit hole, but it was awesome, man. I fucking.
You learned a lot. I
Yeah,
learned a
I
lot.
you
mean,
know,
yeah,
it's like-
you fucking didn't know he got into thing in the fucking.
I didn't know that. I knew he was doing deer hunting. And I was waiting for it. You know,
Yeah.
he said he was gonna. I got you with some meat and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I was like,
Try
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now.
I never tried it before.
I'd still try it, knowing all
I
that.
tried rabbit. I tried goat.
Well, you know where it came from.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's no whatever hormones and shit like that. You know.
A bite of it.
You know.
Fuck, dude. So, all right, guys. Dan, fight in 3.5 weeks, Combat FC.
Yeah.
First fight back in a year and a half or so as far as
Yeah.
MMA.
As far as MMA, yep.
Going to be there with Sahib. Triforce
Yep.
in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin might be there, but Kevin's got a big fight this Saturday, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
For Golden Gloves in Fall River.
Yes, sir.
You want to give out a shout out where that's going to be again before we get off here?
It's gonna be at PAL. I don't know the
Fall
police-
River.
Fall River, yeah,
For
basically.
Police Athletic League.
Yeah, Police Athletic League in Fall River. That's what it's gonna be at.
Excellent. Well, you are out of 401 Boxing, so we do have their Instagram handle there. So I'm sure you're in some of those pictures with Dan here, and Jose's always posting stuff up there. I'm sure he's going to be posting some stuff as far as, the fights itself. Check out their Instagram, see how this kid's doing.
Yeah, Jose will always be
Mojito.
I
posting.
got it again. Twice I got that. freaking-
Mojito.
It's fucking awesome.
Kevin the Mojito.
Dan, as far as you're gonna be at Triforce, getting ready for this fight with the rest of
Yep.
the crew. I would imagine there's gonna be a ton of people going to that show, representing
Yeah.
Triforce. So you-
Triforce,
big support.
401,
Triforce is like a
you know.
city in itself. I know all the dudes there and ladies from both sides are tight. You guys are always kind of everywhere. As
Yep.
far as events, so
Mhm.
it's gonna be a big show. It's gonna be on Fight Pass.
Yep, UFC Fight Pass, February 10th. Ready to throw down for a good old fashioned scrap. Let's get it.
Excellent. So, last question about that. After this MMA fight, you think boxing again? Or you
Yeah,
think you're into the
well,
MMA?
Jose got some things in the works already.
Well, next
you know.
time, come down with him, and we'll talk about that next.
Oh yeah,
boxing,
you never. Who knows? I might step into. I want to get into Muay Thai too. I try hitting up No Boundary a couple times.
They got a big show
you know.
Saturday night also.
Yeah, you know, it's like I wouldn't mind throwing down in that because I'm that guy that I'll do it all, every individual sport too. Doesn't matter.
Let's go.
With
You
Muay
know?
Thai, there's no grappling, right?
No, it's
No,
it's
no, no.
it's pretty much the kickboxing
Punching,
with elbows
punching,
and
kicking,
knees.
and- yeah,
With elbows and knees,
Yeah.
is right?
Yeah.
Okay.
no grappling, no wrestling, none of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's a real boxer. you
That's all
know.
right. Stick with that. It's more money.
Stick with that. You know.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably a lazy boxer because that's what a combat sport. I'd rather just do these.
all right.
And I don't like
Take your
kicking.
shots.
He
Yeah.
kicked me one time, and I think I got a Charlie horse for a couple
Yeah,
of days.
that sucks, doesn't it? How do they do that? How
Yeah,
do they just, like,
yeah. I hated him for a
10
couple of
seconds
days.
Well, don't tell me to kick you then. It's like you and CJ.
These guys get that kick and they're like, all right, let's shake it there. I don't know how they do
The
it.
jiu-jitsu is a no-go. Good for
Balls
me.
of steel. Yeah, Jose ain't letting you near that fucking.
No.
Yeah.
Especially jiu-jitsu. I don't like jiu-jitsu.
I'm
man.
surprised you lets me do MMA anymore.
Dude, well, you, man, proud of you, bro. It's good to have you back, man. Doing, I mean, you're doing it, bro.
Yeah,
Calling your own
yeah.
shots now at this point, you know?
Exactly. Got this one life to live.
Excellent.
Going down legendary.
Winning boxing fights and back in MMA. Dude's a man's man right here, bro.
I'm honking. Getting honky.
With that said, Dan, anything you want to leave off with? Anything you want to say? Shout outs, thank yous, anything?
Thank you to my team, Triforce MMA, 401 Boxing, Pete Jeffrey, Jose Santos, obviously all my training partners. Shout out to my girlfriend as well too, because she got to deal with me waking up at 4 a.m. when she's still trying to sleep. So my bad. Love you, baby. And yeah, just ready to scrap, ready to throw it down. Go have some fun, get into a fist fight, and not get arrested for it.
Excellent, man. Last thing with you.
Nothing. Just Steve. Thank you for having me here. And I'm looking forward to fighting and being here again.
Excellent, man. Well,
Yeah, that's
we'll
right.
get-
We'll get back.
Have a ball this Saturday, man.
We should do a podcast when we go into the woods and kill something.
I should do, as long as I have
Yeah.
connection with my
Yeah,
phone, I
yeah,
can
we'll get connection.
go
Yeah,
fucking live on my,
Yeah, we'll be
YouTube
fine.
channel, man.
yeah.
I can do anything.
Bend it
Let
and
me
send
know,
it.
I'll
Yeah.
come. I ain't getting up at 3 in the morning.
No.
I'll meet you there at 5 in the morning once you're already in the tree.
Was he
No,
caught something?
that's what
He called me when he catches
We'll be on the
something.
ground.
Call me when you're about to gut it.
We'll be on the ground for that one, because
So,
yeah.
we leave off. My Tommy said there's something going on with my mic. It's probably because the guy playing drums down the fucking
Yeah, sounds like shit.
That's all right, man. Yeah, he does. Well, he's playing to a track because.
I don't give a fuck.
So with that said, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Nice meeting you.
Thank you for having us. It's always a fun time
Yeah, dude,
in
you
the
wanna-
room.
wanna
You know.
Come down with Tommy's here just about every Wednesday night, and it's just me and him, and there's an extra seat.
Oh yeah, I'll come shoot the shit
Yeah,
then.
come on.
You
He's
know.
always, every Wednesday night after Triforce, he comes
Yeah.
down here. I don't know if you know that, but I got a co-host, Tommy, that's here on Wednesday nights with me,
Okay.
and he trains jiu-jitsu at Triforce.
Oh,
So
dope.
I get inside work from him and stuff like that. But
I probably
yeah,
met him.
come on
Have
down.
I met him?
Huh?
Have
No.
I met him? No. Okay.
No, jiu-jitsu guy, stay away.
He's gonna hug you.
So with that said, my man, great seeing you, Dan, man.
Great seeing you as always, man.
I'm sure I'll be bumping into you soon, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
Excellent.
You'll be seeing my 4 a.m. post like I always.
Exactly. So with that, I'll be looking for the gutted rabbits, deer, and friggin' turkeys coming up soon. So with that said, thanks so much, Kev. Thanks.
Thank
Dan.
you.
Big shout out to Triforce and Combat FC.
Yep.
And 401 Boxing.
That's it.
We'll see you next. Well, actually, we'll be back tomorrow night. So fuck.
Yeah, so he'll see y'all tomorrow.
So with that said, we out.
We outie. Peace.